Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Yep. Seeing how William doesn't want to play Call of Duty.
Oh, I'm looking for a card for Nathaniel.
Push you on.
So far I found two that he I forgot I
A
had.
writer is a light that
What are
reveals
they?
the world of his story from
Rank
darkness,
up, match,
shapes it from nothingness.
Barry
The
and
way a
Forrest.
sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite.
Ready.
If I stop, the world I'm making dies.
But I'm looking for
Darkness will
number
reclaim it.
105, which I can't see.
It's a long, hard journey into
So I
the
guess I
dark.
don't have it.
Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that
Did
or I'll
we pull
lose it.
105?
The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on.
What's the
Anything is
105?
possible.
105.
I'll write the story. I'll
Island
save her.
Boxer 105.
Yeah.
The meteor
And
guy.
you took
He
it.
did?
Wanted to settle all the
I
damage
don't
the
know where
Anderson
it's
brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Never mind. I just remember
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to
I
leave.
have one.
Am I free to go?
You
Well,
gave me the,
we still need to talk
Am I
about...
under arrest?
C105.
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his
Okay, yeah,
agent.
I can,
If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was
doing basic
certifiable,
training.
but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the
Number
absolute
one.
opposite of good.
Bird controls.
Mr. Wake!
Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was
Oh my
looking
God,
for you.
Kristen.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to
You're
yourself.
going to work on this.
What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept?
How much
What, are
memory
you
does it
high?
take to
Have you been
actually know, like-
drinking?
2.9
No!
gigs.
Look, Barry,
Never
I'm
mind.
missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do
And
you
everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality,
I don't need this
you're buying
training.
yourself a
I
ticket to
know
the
how
funny
play
farm.
COD.
Wait here.
It is. Oh yeah, I remember he told me that. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes.
seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later? I'd come here to rent a cabin, where I could wait till midnight.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha-ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
It's a giant fucking bear. Look at that shit comparison. I don't think grizzly bears are quite that big. Twice the size of a human.
How do I edit classes?
What do you mean?
On this game.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here
you
are
go
the
between
keys.
games.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks.
In the store?
Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Yeah.
It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms,
And
strapped to their beds,
verses or
wearing
read
white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy
verses
diet
or
of pills.
Versus.
Al, you
Let's
make
see.
cruel jokes
Whole
about people
thing.
who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Daniel's 18 now?
Yeah.
What the frick?
Crazy talk, Al.
What?
So
Al.
much BS.
Al?
This faggot.
We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
It
Damn
takes
it,
quite a
Barry,
few
you'll kill her.
shots.
This is not a
If y'all
goddamn
versus
debate,
mother.
Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay,
What?
okay then.
Boss?
I understand.
No, it takes
You're my
quite a
best
few
friend,
shots
and I'm
to
worried that
kill a
you're not
person.
right in the head.
Yeah, half a clip.
Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm
Yeah.
not back by morning, call the cavalry.
You should be used to that. You used to play Halo.
Halo was 3 shots, thank you.
No, it isn't.
Just be careful
Five
with the
shots to
natives,
the
Al.
head.
These yokels are
Five
dangerous.
shots to the head.
Everybody
Yeah.
hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance
I
all
play
over
Reach.
again.
I played 2 and 3 competitively.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. Look at this mold in here. Spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
I like melee.
I actually never meleeed in that game. I believe you
I've
can
got
drop
rage
shot.
quit already. I've been drop shotting. My guy is uber loud, and I don't have a powerful enough gun or something.
And you don't have what?
Powerful enough gun.
I have that issue too. But it's really good. Like as long as you play like flank, like it's really easy.
I have no idea what I'm playing. I picked quick play.
Well, I mean, just like, playing like a play style.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in bad cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode
money.
and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
How do you play games?
Going to quick match.
I want to do that.
I knew I should have gone to the
there
cops.
with you.
This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk.
Am I able to... Next
These people
checkpoint,
had
I
called me
get.
right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
So where do I go to edit files?
The store. What gun are you using?
The default?
Oh. Well, that sucks. I got something that looks like the MTAR.
I want something that looks like the ACR.
I want the SCAR.
Why?
That thing has high damage.
How do you edit it?
In the store.
I know, but in store.
Like when you click on stuff, like once you buy it.
How do I tell how much money I had?
Do what?
How do I tell how much money I have?
It should tell you.
I don't even see the SCAR, dude.
The air in the visitor center
It's
was
on there.
heavy with an awful
I know
smell,
it is.
as if some
Plus
rotten
Michael just
brown
said,
thing had crawled up from its grave.
Then again, I don't know how
Rusty
to
kept
change
coughing
stuff
blood.
other than...
My eyes were drawn to the
Michael said
twisted
go
shape
to the
of his
store,
leg.
and I
The
think
attack
it's
had been vicious.
hit X for
Max ground in
loadout.
his cage. Rusty's eyes were
He
wild
said
with
hit
fear and terror.
when you go to the store,
He
hit
gasped.
X for loadout.
Mr. Wake, it happened
Hideout.
just the way it was on
Okay.
that page.
Loadout.
What's the point in your hideout?
Loadout.
I know.
The vision left me weak.
Hideout.
This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me!
Where's the guy?
Help me! Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone?
Hello?
Please help! Back here. I'm back here. Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
No. Can't buy anything, that's cold.
Yeah. I'm poor too on there.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the...
Yeah.
At all times. Fishing.
Rusty, no!
For those prisoners. License. Never. Two bears and wolves. Never approached any other close. Pets must be leashed.